Gravity is a force that attracts a body toward the center of the earth or toward any other physical body having a mass. Gravity is shown with a tennis ball going down because it is attracted to the center of the earth.
Newton's first law is the law of inertia, which explains that an object in motion will stay in motion and an object at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. In this clip, the dominoes are staying still because there's nothing acting upon them, but when the dominoes are getting pushed, they fall down because there is an outside force.
Newton's second law, the law of mass and acceleration, describes the effect of net force and mass upon acceleration of an object. If we take the mass, 58 grams, and the time of 1 second, and the two different velocities, we find the acceleration. We take the final velocity and subtract it from the starting velocity, then divide that by the time. We get the acceleration, which is approximately 145.714285, which we multiply by the mass, and we get a total of 1.74 newtons of force applied.
Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is demonstrated with the tennis ball being bounced up and down. Every time the ball is getting bounced up from the tennis racket, the opposite force is the tennis racket also going down. When the racket is pushed down, you can also feel it in your arm. Rolling friction is a type of friction that happens when an object that can rolls on a surface. The rolling friction is slowly causing the ball to come to a stop.
Air friction, also known as fluid friction, is the force that opposes the motion of an object moving through a fluid like water or air. As you can clearly see, after the ball hit the racket, it bounced up, and if gravity were not present, then the ball would be moving forever. Also, the ball is currently experiencing air/fluid friction as it passes through the air molecules, which slowly slow it down.
Sliding friction is the force that opposes the motion of two objects sliding against each other. The friction of kinetic or sliding friction happens as we play the game of tic-tac-toe at the park. As we slide the cylinder, it slows down on its own. Eventually, it comes to a stop due to the sliding friction. Force is a push or a pull on an object. There are two types of force, balanced and unbalanced. Balanced forces are the non-moving objects that have a net force of 0. Unbalanced force is when objects are moving and they have a net force of something that isn't 0. For example, the first card pair we were balancing on each other, creating a balanced force example. And as soon as the second pair became unbalanced, it collapsed on the first pair, resulting in all of them becoming unbalanced and therefore falling. Another example is the dominoes. When they stand up straight, it represents the balanced force because it has a net force of 0, but as soon as one of them gets knocked over, the force becomes unbalanced, leading to another domino falling.
The static friction keeps the ball from continuing to move. Static friction is the force that prevents an object from moving when a force is applied. Static friction is being shown with the ball staying still on the grass despite the force of wind because the grass is keeping it still.